Hey guys, Anatoly from Define Agile here, where we talk everything Agile, and today we're talking about Sprint Planning Meeting. Sprint Planning Meeting is a meeting part of SCRUM framework where team comes together to discuss what's gonna be ahead, where they estimate their stories, where they go through each story and make sure they have enough information. Today I'm gonna share you some tips how to make this meeting more successful. So tip number one. Make sure that everyone who needs to be present in this meeting is there. So let's say you have some designer questions and your designer is not usually in this meeting. Make sure to invite designer. Or let's say copywriter, have some copy question. Make sure you invite copywriter so you are not blocked and you don't have to postpone the meeting, or make sure that you follow up later. Make sure all your resources are available to you. However, if those people are just scanning for one story, make sure you take the story first and then they can leave so they don't have to sit for hours in your meeting if it's not useful for them. Tip number two, make sure to know your numbers even before you start going for your stories. So if you have velocity, make sure that you calculate the average velocity so you know how much work you guys can take. Make sure that if somebody is going to be on vacation, you know that. Make sure there are holidays are coming, you know that. So discuss that before you go into stories so people mentally understand how much theoretically work they can intake. Tip number three, make sure you go for every story in detail and ask questions to the development team. Did they understand? Did they have any follow-up questions? And if they do, everything you discussed, put it in the comments of the story. If you're using tools like Jira, write it somewhere down so they can always get back to those answers so they don't have to bug you later on and they can be focused on their work. Tip number four, make it short. Make your meeting short. Make sure that the meeting is no longer than, let's say, hour and a half. And if it is longer than hour and a half, then maybe you need to groom your stories better beforehand. If you groom your stories every couple of weeks, developers already know what they're to expect. So they just need to estimate their work and see if there any new things came up. If you have longer meeting, let's say more than an hour and a half, make sure to take breaks. It's important for people to recharge, so take breaks. Tip number five, and will be the last tip. It's about estimation. If your team is doing estimation, make sure to ask them, why did they estimate a certain way? Because this will allow them to tell them how would they think about implementing this. And then somebody else in the team might disagree, but you need to make sure that they all have the same idea how this will be implemented, because anyone can pick up the story, and if they do, they need to be sure that they have a consistent way of implementing it. So if they have a discussion and they agree to something, please put it in the comments, please put it in your ticket and make sure that everyone knows about it so it's documented somewhere. Well, those were my 5 tips. I've sat in hundreds of meetings, hundreds of sprint planning, so I know what makes it successful. Hopefully it helps you. If you have any questions, any specifics about those meetings you want to ask, please put them in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel because a lot of stuff like this is coming, and I'm releasing videos every week, sometimes twice a week, so definitely benefit from this. If you want my help with your sprint plannings or facilitating your meetings or moving your teams to Agile, please let me know. Go to defineagile.com, schedule a free consultation. Let's see if I can help your business. This is Anatoly from Define Agile. I appreciate you watching. Bye bye.